How's it going, gamers? This is John with Games81.com, and in this episode, we're going to take a closer look at one of the rarest games for the Nintendo Virtual Boy. It came out only in Japan, and it's called Innsmouth no Yakata. Now, I'm probably butchering the title itself. It's in Japanese, of course. I do own a copy of this game. I just want to show you. I do have a box copy of this game. It's by a company called IMAX. Now, not to be confused with the IMAX movie theaters, of course. It came out in 1995. It's the only survival horror game for the Virtual Boy. It's done in first-person perspective, although I wouldn't necessarily call it a first-person shooter. You'll see what I mean here in a second. Now, even though I do own a copy of this game, and it's very interesting to play actually on the original hardware, the Virtual Boy, capturing Virtual Boy footage itself is very difficult because you have to pretty much bring the camera into the Virtual Boy, and it loses a lot. So I figured the best way to do this is capture it through emulator, and it's the 3D emulator. So if you own a pair of red-blue 3D glasses like this, be sure to put them on now, and you can actually watch this review in 3D, so you can kind of get a better idea as far as what the game looks like and what it was supposed to look like done in 3D. Of course, you can see this review in 2D as well. It might be a little blurry, but you can still get the general gist of the idea. Please leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this game. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll start off by showing you a closer look at the intro. Innsmouth no Yakata was released in 1995 on the Japanese Virtual Boy. Never made it to North America, so it is a very hard game to find. To find a copy of this game, look to spend over $100 US. This game is based on a Japanese made-for-TV movie that came out in Japan, which in turn, that made-for-TV movie is based on a novel written by H.P. Lovecraft, which is a US novel, came out in 1936 called Shadow over Innsmouth. In that novel, the story is there's monsters that look like half fish, half frog characters. I'm thinking maybe that's what these monsters are supposed to look like. I'm not sure. The various items in the state, each level has items you need to collect. A key, which I just collected, will unlock the door, which is important because you have to use that for the stage. There's also an orb, which I just collected here, which is a white orb, and it opens up a map, shows you where you're at on each level, which is hugely helpful. The monsters appear at random, and every time you play this game, the items are in a different location. So every time you play this game, it's very unique. Here is a black orb, which shows you where the other items are and the exit. Each level is timed, which I never really understood the concept of why they timed survival games. Is there a bomb that's going to explode? I'm not quite sure. But if the time expires, you die, unfortunately. You have to watch out for these monsters as well. And each monster looks a little bit different, and they take a different amount of hits. Controls in this game are unique in the sense that it's one of the few Virtual Boy games that utilizes both directional pads. You move around using your left directional pad, and you aim using your right directional pad, and you fire using the right back bumper button. And you have to be careful because you only have a limited amount of ammo, and you have to reload pushing the left back button. But you can only reload when you run out of ammo, which is kind of a weird control, I think, personally. The game itself is decent. I found myself really enjoying this game. I really like the password-based system because each password is a 4-letter English word, which makes it easy to remember. And each level, as you see here, has different stages. There's various ways you can play it. So every time you play this game, there's a lot of variety in it, so to speak. So I really like the high replay value in Innsmouth no Yakata. However, there are also 4 endings, so depending on how you play the game, you can get the worst ending, or you can also get the best ending, which the way only to get the best ending, which is the 4th one, is to complete the game all the way through without dying, which is challenging because this game, you can die with time limit, you can die with these monsters. It's almost like more easy to run away from the monsters than it is to fight these monsters. But there's health in the top right corner, shows you where you get the orbs, also has your stock, your guns. If you run out of ammo, you're pretty much screwed in this game because there's really no way to kill the monsters without having a gun. This emulator isn't perfect. Usually when you're playing this game, you will hear a gunshot and fire. Unfortunately, with this emulation, you don't hear that necessarily. Overall, it's a decent game. I really like the soundtrack. It's only a one soundtrack song, but it really fits the mood and it kind of speeds up and gets more intense. So I do recommend Innsmouth no Yakata if you own a Virtual Boy. Nice thing about the Virtual Boy, it is region free, so you can play this game on a North American Virtual Boy. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you soon.